A bit of a short version of my story is I was active duty military, and then when I got out of the service, I was a surgical medical device sales rep for a corporate America company. And with that job comes a lot of stress, a lot of travel. At the same time, I was also training for and competing in Ironman triathlons and ultra marathons, the longest being 50 miles. So yeah, that's a fun day.
that's a freaking long race, man.
And the Ironman also, 2.4 mile swim, 112 mile bike, and then a full marathon at the end.
That's insane. Do they call you an Iron Woman?
A lot of people call me an Iron Woman.
You're an Iron
You
Woman.
are Iron
All right,
Woman.
love that.
You got the tat?
I have the tat.
You have the tat. All right, you're official. She's legit.
That's the fourth part of the triathlon, is getting the tattoo.
You got to finish first, right?
Yeah, and I'm crazy enough to do too. So I'm doing all of that. Those are my hobbies, right? That's my stress relief, and while working in corporate America. And so as I progressed with my career, they rewarded me with promotion and more territory. So originally I was covering the state of Florida, and then they kept adding states. So then I was covering 11 states in the Southeast. So this, as a regional sales manager, I'm going around to different locations, up to 4 different locations in a week. That's a lot of travel. And so, I'm stressed. I'm running around like crazy. I'm, taking a 4 a.m. flight out, coming back that night, go to another location the next day. So I made a lot of compromises when it came to my health, primarily nutrition, because, airport food, hotel food, it's not the best quality.
It's garbage.
It's garbage, yes, exactly. So I was putting garbage in, and then I was also really pushing my body to extreme limits and not fueling it properly. And so I actually got really, really sick. And sick in the definition of just feeling exhausted, digestive issues. I mean, I used to keep a note in my phone.
So just you were doing all this and still training for ultra marathons.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
All right.
And yes.
Burning it at all ends.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sleep was terrible, stress off the charts, nutrition terrible, hormones in the garbage, like just everything, just totally wrecking myself as best I could, as quickly as possible. So, so I had, all the digestive issues, and as I was saying, I used to keep a note in my phone of all the symptoms that I had, because it was coming everywhere. And people are like, oh, what did you start with? I don't know, because I started to just kind of ignore it, right? I think we all do that. We get some pain, we'll take a pill. We have digestive issues, we take a pill.
Yeah.
Or, whatever. Because we have to keep going, right? We have to keep performing. And so I really started to just feel this and not be able to hide from it anymore. And so I went to my doctor, and she ran my blood work, and she says, oh, everything's normal.
Air quotes. I like the air quotes there. That's
normal.
Yeah.
I'm like, how can everything be normal? I feel like complete garbage. Like, how is that possible? And, now I realize that that's unfortunately quite common, that a lot of people will go and get a very basic panel done, and it doesn't really show anything. And so I actually turned into my own health advocate and researched about what could be causing this. And I went back to my doctor, and I was like pushing her, like, can you run these additional tests? Can you check in deeper to see what's going on? And thankfully she did, after a little bit of persuading. I'm not very persuasive at all, so, she just was like, sure, whatever. And we found that I had antibodies to my thyroid, and my thyroid was underperforming. But she tells me, you're not sick enough to medicate yet, so we're just gonna wait until you get sicker, and then we'll medicate you